Hello, my name is Steve Vardy. I'm one of the chefs from the Taste Tideswell School of Food in Tideswell in Derbyshire. I'm going to show you some recipes of some of the dishes that we do here, and I hope you'll enjoy them. Today I'm going to show you how to make cauliflower and broccoli soup. First step of the plan is I'm going to get the butter, pop that into a saucepan, and the half an onion I'm going to dice it. There's no need to chop it really finely. That's going to go in with the butter. The broccoli is being washed. I'm going to take off the stalk, like so. Now there's a lot of waste on broccoli, so I'm just going to trim that off there. That's the end bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the stalk. It's very woody on the outside, so I'll need to take that off. But the inner part of the broccoli can also be used for salads. It's quite nice to eat. So it's just to get a little bit more out of your broccoli. Now what we need to do with this, so if you were doing a cauliflower soup, you'd obviously substitute, but the recipe other than that is just the same. What I'm going to do with that is turn it on a low light. So in there we've got the butter, the onion, the chopped up broccoli. Turn you guys down to a low heat, and we want that to sweat. The whole point of this is not to fry it so that we get any colour at all. It's just to soften the vegetables prior to the soup. And this is a basic for many different kinds of soups. The process will be this particular way. So now I'm getting the cauliflower soup on. It's got the onion in it, the butter, and we chopped up the cauliflower, and that's going to just soften with the lid on. So what we've got now, we've got the broccoli softened down a little bit in the butter with the onion. Now I'm going to add some flour. This is 2 ounces approximately of flour, 50 grams. And we need to make sure that all that flour gets absorbed into the butter and the moisture that's come off the broccoli. Like so. Now the stock I'm using today is going to be a vegetable stock. You can make your own, but I'm going to use a convenience product today. So we're using a convenience vegetable stock, and we're going to just add a little bit at a time to the pan. It's still on quite a low heat. And then we're going to mix that in. Once that comes up to boil, I'll leave the lid off and turn it down so it gently simmers. Just checking the broccoli now, make sure it's cooked and it's nice and soft. And all that we need to do now, the next task is to actually liquidize it. So I'm going to use a stick blender. This is whipping cream, just to enrich it. So I'm going to pour in some cauliflower soup into a jug. Try to get both soups roughly the same consistency. Same goes for the broccoli. It's very easy as well if you're doing a dinner party and you've got a lot of portions of soup to come out. I always think it's a much easier thing to do it with jugs rather than ladles. You don't spill out everywhere. So we've got our warm soup bowl, and all we're going to do is just tip them in together. Side by side. You can use a small knife if you wish, just to flick them through. And there we've got our cauliflower and broccoli soup.